This video is going to be a look at David Ojabo's performance in the Ravens' 25-9 win over the Houston Texans. I keep calling him Drago because whatever he touches, he destroys in terms of a quarterback and separates or dislodges the football from quarterback's hands. I think he had 5 forced fumbles, maybe 6, his last year at Michigan. Of course, his only sack last year against the Bengals, Joe Burrow, he strip sacked him there, and we scored, I think, 2 plays later. Yes, the right tackle he went against on that rep against the Texans, I don't believe is going to play right tackle generally. I think he's more so a guard. And I don't even know that he played any reps at tackle in the preseason. I could be wrong there. But it doesn't matter. It's a statistical impact. It's a statistic that shows the impact Ojabo can have. It's not an anomalous play. He consistently does this. At Michigan, I think he had 5 or 6 forced fumbles his last year there. He's got 2 sacks in the NFL, both of which are strip sacks. That's enough data for me, even though it's only 2 instances. This is just what he does. For lack of a better comparison, I don't think my baseball comparisons work very well. Maybe it's because I don't watch baseball anymore. Played too much of it when I was younger, and I'm kind of tired of it. He's like a 240 or 260 hitter, maybe, and perhaps that's a poor starting point for an analogy of a young and talented guy. 260 hitter who hits 38 bombs. To compare that to an edge rusher in the NFL, someone with his talent level, that could be like 6 or 8 sacks and 3 strip sacks. Maybe one of which we take back to the house for a touchdown. He's a home run hitter as an edge defender, as a pass rusher, I should say. And I think he plays quite well against the run. I said that after the Eagles game where he got a lot of flack for his play. I thought he had 2 really good reps against the run, and one of the reps against the run where he got a lot of criticism. Now, there's like a 6 or 7 foot gap between him and the 3 technique on the inside. We're in our nickel defense. He's in a 9 technique. It might be one of those situations where you want him to attack a base block and fold inside to C-gap, make the running back bounce it. But in any case, let's get to the film. First play should be quite familiar to you if you're a Ravens fan and you watch any Ravens content creators at all. First career sack against Joe Burrow, Week 18 regular season up there. Of course, they defeated us, but we showed signs defensively of being able to stop them, and we're going to need stuff like this if we're going to be able to go to Cincinnati next week and compete with them, because they're going to be pissed off, number 1. Number 2, Lou Anarumo is going to look at what we had trouble with this week, and he's just going to recreate that. The guy's a genius. The defensive coordinator for the Bengals is a genius. But look, David Ojabo is a guy who, he's an X factor at this point, I think. He might not have an 8-tackle game, but he might be able to give us a 3-run homer that is the difference between, a loss and a win. Stupid effort here, if you ask me. I think this view gives you the best. This angle gives you the best view. Trying to get a rip, can't get off the right tackle. Quick pass out there to the tight end, and then Ojabo just flying in there. Yeah, sometimes that's how people get hurt. But man, I love his effort. His desire to get to the football. It's a 3rd and 7, I believe, and he wants to get involved. I thought it was great. This was first quarter, I believe. And it kind of showed you early on that he was going to try to take advantage of every opportunity that he got on Sunday. All right, late third quarter, this is a run play. Patrick Queen's getting everybody in the right look, getting the D-tackles moved over. And D-tackles aren't able to get off their blocks, and Ojabo folds inside, plays the B-gap. It's a cool concept in terms of having him play the B-gap. This is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of when we have our nickel defense on the field. We're doing this, and I'll show you the all-22 here in a moment. It's trips to this side. It's 3 receivers to that side. You can see we've apexed Roquan out. So we're just gap exchanging this in terms of Roquan can play the C-gap, and Ojabo's going to fold inside and play the B-gap. But he's going to read the play. He's got his visual key and then his physical key. He's doing a great job. Getting inside the B-gap, gets his head in there, then tries to separate. Nobody else is really involved here besides Broderick Washington. It's a 4-yard gain, don't get me wrong. The reason why they're doing this, having him fold inside, is because it's trips to the side and the back is on the same side. Trips A-gun. You don't have to do this in every instance, but this is the call. We've got Roquan Smith apexed because we don't want to move one of the safeties for whatever reason in this call. Like I said, late third quarter, Marcus Williams is already out, so maybe we wanted help on the backside for Stevens. Nice job, if you ask me, of Ojabo getting involved in a play that really isn't his play if you were to draw this up, but since we're allowing him to fold inside, that tackle's not ready for it, and he gets the tackle. Like I said, it's a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 19, not just Ojabo trying to get to the quarterback here, but I think Matabike is supposed to be a little bit more upfield, but look at the acceleration by Owe. Can't wait to do a video on him Tuesday morning. Owe's rushing from our right-hand side of the screen against Tunsil. The burst looks amazing to me. I'll let it run one more time in the all-22 in the end zone angle. You guys let me know what you think. Again, he didn't beat Tunsil on that play. You know, it would go down as a loss, but the acceleration, the ability to close, certainly looks like a 4.4 guy there to me, or 4.39, whatever it was he ran in the combine. He looks healthy. He looks healthy and dangerous. They credited him with 7 quarterback pressures. I don't know that he ever got home necessarily on a sack, but Owe definitely had an impact. Mid-third quarter, it's a 3rd and 9. I think it's a stunt to the inside, similar to the one on the previous play. Matabike gets upfield this time. Ojabo kind of folds underneath of it. Big completion to, I think, Nico Collins. I'll give you the end zone angle. In the preseason, I didn't think he hit this 100 miles an hour. So you're getting, mad going upfield. I didn't think that Ojabo was hitting this. He seemed very tentative. Now, the route does clear up for him. The gap clears up. So he's got a free run at this point. But I love that he didn't hit Stroud and draw a penalty, number one. Number two, that he still made contact with Stroud, let him know he was there, which is important in a game of football or basketball, any contact sport. But it seems to me he's a little more committed on this. He played with more force yesterday, or Sunday, I thought. He looked way more athletic, a lot quicker. He fit in, if you ask me. After all the criticism that we saw of him after week 1 against the Eagles, David Ojabo looks like he's on track to me. All right, very next play, strip sack against, like I said, I think Fant had got hurt. Fant's not even supposed to be their starting right tackle. It's supposed to be Titus Howard. I'm not even sure who this guy is, so I'm not going to be disrespectful, but he gets beat pretty badly. It's not a super clean move by Ojabo, but he's getting upfield, which is, I think, a bunch of us have said, we want to see him get upfield. And then he attacks. He's got the finish. Maybe a better comparison is he might be a guy who only scores 10 points in a game, in a basketball game, but 4 of them come on highlight dunks. Maybe he's a dunker. Maybe he's not a home run hitter. Maybe that's a better comparison. But super, super fun to watch him do this. I jumped out of my seat. My son, who's 4, was like, "What's going on, Daddy?" He doesn't really understand football yet. He's trying to. Hopefully I get a chance to coach him and I can teach him the intricacies of the game or whatever I know. But I jumped up and down when I saw this play. Let me know what your reaction was to seeing Ojabo have an impact. Ojabo and Owe have an impact on Sunday against the Texans. Yeah, their O-line's depleted, but hey, if you've paid attention to the NFL after 1 week, everyone's getting hurt. There's a ton of players getting hurt because everybody plays with so much effort. Kind of like I pointed out on that first play for Ojabo. Flying around, reckless abandon, and sometimes bodies collide and people get hurt. Ojabo seems ready to go and contribute, if you ask me. Looking forward to seeing more of this. Hopefully we get 7 more sacks, 2 or 3 more forced fumbles, and the Ravens really make it difficult on people to throw the ball. Ojabo, Odrago, whatever you want to call him, whatever his nickname really is, it's probably better than Drago, but right now, whenever he touches a quarterback, the ball comes out, and we need more of it. Appreciate you guys' time. If you checked the video out, please let me know in the comment section what you thought of my breakdown, what you thought of Ojabo's play. If you think other Ravens fans would enjoy this content, please consider grabbing a link to this video, sharing it on social media to help my video get more reach.